Advice I would give to my little sister about college, if I had one. Part 2. Don't try to be friends with everybody. When it comes to picking out friends, you should always be picking friends quality over quantity. When you pick out friends, you're really more concerned about who they are as a person and not how many people they have around them. Number 2, save your money. You're not gonna have time for a job. You know why? Because you're gonna be too busy trying to get acclimated to being in college. I'm not saying you can't get a job while you're a freshman. Of course, that's not what I'm saying. If you have money saved up before you get to college, it'll make your experience a little bit better and a little bit easier because you won't have to be stressed worrying about where you're gonna get money from. Some people aren't fortunate to have family members who send them money. At the end of the day, it's good to be independent and have your own. 3 is make sure you use Rate My Professor. Basically a website where you can look up a professor and see if they're a good teacher or not. Imagine picking an easy elective thinking it's gonna be an easy class. You get to the class, you see the professor, and you be like, dang, this professor is really hard. If you would have looked the teacher up on Rate My Professor beforehand, you would know that he was not gonna be a good teacher. I cannot stress this next one enough. It is easy to maintain your GPA, but it is hard to bring your GPA up. I'm gonna say that again. It is easy to maintain your GPA, but it is harder to bring it up. As soon as you get to college your first semester, I need you to be all hands on deck. This last one only pertains to people who are going into college in a relationship with long distance partners. Do not do long distance unless you guys trust each other 110%. Me and my boyfriend are a year apart and we both did long distance, his first year of college and also my first year of college. I'm gonna lie, I was struggling. I missed him. I don't know how I did it, but somehow we managed to do it and I'm so happy we did it. Long distance is possible if y'all both willing to put in the work and y'all both willing to be committed to each other even though you guys are far away. Like for part 3.
You know what you should be tired of for everyone that is about to enter their freshman year of college? The fact that no one's giving you genuine college advice that's actually helpful. Beating around the bush that's not, footing, right? So I'm about to give you real, unfiltered, uncensored advice because I'm not about to hold your hand through college and no one else is going to hold your hand through college. Therefore, you need to be locked in. Starting with number 1. Look, not every bitch you meet is gonna be your friend. Like, I know you're told to go onto campus, like, open mind, get ready to meet people. One thing I quickly realized when I got to college was the fact that not everyone was raised like me. Like, not everyone was taught how to, like, speak to people. And it's like, you're gonna meet people and you're gonna be like, I don't want to be your friend anyway. You're not gonna click with everyone. That's the whole point of, like, the first year of college is getting to know who you are so that you can find your people. I know that big question you're asking yourself, like, is it true what they're saying? Like, you don't stay friends with the people that you meet freshman year? No, you don't. You really don't. It's not impossible because of how many times you're going to grow and change throughout these next 4 years of your life. It's hard to keep the same people around you because your mindset's not even going to be the same from when you first entered. Am I jiggling a lot? Are you guys like, is this getting annoying? I'm sorry. I'm one of those bitches that sorry. And I still hang out with the people that I started hanging out with sophomore year because that's when I started to kind of mature and change. This one's more geared towards my girls. We can't do the same things that boys do. And it's one of those things like you'll get to college, exactly what I'm talking about. Like the person that blacks out, the one that parties really hard, like, the one that likes to, hook up with people. Usually it's like, okay if you're a boy, but like people will judge you if you're a girl and do those things. Like that you kind of have to be careful as a girl what type of stereotype you get for yourself because people are mean. People like to think that they know you when they don't, and they like to make assumptions about you because they're bored and they're miserable, and you just kind of have to brush that off and just live your life. Literally don't worry about what anyone else thinks about you in college. I'm telling you now, you're gonna encounter so many people in college that look like they have their lives together, especially in the age of TikTok and social media. Like there's gonna be girls or guys that go to your school that have a following and all that stuff, and these people may look like they have their lives together, and I'm not just talking about social media, I'm just talking about everyone that you encounter, just that you don't know, that through your Instagram, because I know that you follow literally everyone that has your class name in it and in their bio, because that's normal, that's what we all do. Summer before I got to college, my anthem was Jealousy Jealousy by Olivia Rodrigo. I swear to God, every time I would scroll through my feed on Instagram, I was like, oh my God, she's so pretty, oh my God, she's so pretty, oh my God, she's so pretty, I'm literally gonna die alone because everyone was so freaking pretty. Don't do that. Biggest mistake. Don't do that. Still to this day, I'll be watching TikToks on my For You page and I'm like, there's just no way that person's that put together. Not in college. I refuse to believe it. I have a mental breakdown once a week during the semester, so it's I don't believe it. I don't believe you. People can be, but don't have that as your expectation. This is the real tea. If you are coming in as a freshman and there is someone older that immediately comes for you, immediately you're like, wow, we just hit it off so quickly. No, they were plotting. Oh, you see this girl that just came in, oh my gosh, she's so fine, blah, 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 look at her Instagram, she's new class, blah, 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 blah. Been plotting before you even got there. You just don't even know it. So be smart, because sometimes it's genuine. Sometimes people do want to be in a relationship. This goes for boys and girls. Sometimes they do. Other times you're just new and you're fresh and you're interesting because you're new. I think all older upperclassmen are coming with that intention, but just, be careful, because I've seen so many girls get their heart broken. It's just, you can avoid seeing it. My biggest pieces of advice: just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should. Being said, you're gonna encounter so many situations where you're like, I mean, you only live once, why not? I am a YOLO person, but YOLO within boundaries. I'm like what some like to call a Captain Save-A-Ho sometimes. Anytime that I would see someone that was like too drunk, and even to this day, like being an almost senior, I guess I am a senior, oh dear God, so quick to be like, if I see someone too drunk, let me help you get home. Not everyone's that nice. Everyone's gonna care that like you're intoxicated and can't stand up. There are a lot more people that are willing to record you than help you. And with social media being everywhere, phones being everywhere, you need to be mindful of what you're doing in public, because people are mean, people are nasty, and they will use it against you. Yik Yak was probably like the worst thing in the history that was ever created. Because people can just talk their shit without getting beat up. There are so many people you will meet that won't say stuff to your face, or so many people that you will hear like talk about you, say these things about you, and you're like, I've never even met them, I've never even talked to them. Exactly, they're irrelevant. Just keep it moving. I meet a lot of fake people in college, okay? That's just one of the things. Everyone wants everyone to like them initially when they first get there. So you're gonna meet people that are just quite literally the fakest people that you've ever met. Say yes to going out, and not just like going out to the bar, going out to like drink. Say yes to going to a movie. Say yes to like going to the dining hall with someone. Like, I have met so many people by just saying yes, even when I really wanted to say no. I like being by myself, like, unfortunately. That being said, it took a lot for me to learn how to say, like, sure, I'll come. Do not go into the semester or the school year thinking that you're behind because you don't have a huge friend group, or you didn't join that sorority or fraternity, or you didn't join that club when you should have done it. College is one of the most fun times I've ever had in my life, but also the scariest. You're constantly trying to figure yourself out while everyone else is. What you put into your experiences is what you get out of them, right? So if you're going into an experience and being like, this is going to be horrible, this is probably actually going to be horrible. But if you're going into an experience like, I'm open to anything that happens, I am open to meeting new people, I am open to new ideas, I'm open to new cultures, all these different things, you will not have a problem meeting people, making friends, and finding your place in college, no matter where you are. It's all about the experiences. It's all about opening the mind. Good luck to everyone going into college. Make it last, okay? Because I'm sitting here about to be a senior. I'm gonna be 22 this year, and all I can think about is I don't know what I'm gonna do. So, kisses, ciao.
If you're going into your freshman year of college, this message is for you. I wish I had somebody to tell me what I'm about to tell you guys, but just hear me out and save this video if you need to. Although it might not seem like it, your freshman year will be the easiest year you have in college. As a freshman, you're mostly taking level 1 or 2 classes, and you're taking most of your prereqs before you go into your major. So because of this, in your freshman year, you want to lock in. Getting a 4.0 or straight A's is going to be the easiest in your freshman year. And if you secure your major from your freshman year, the rest of your college experience is going to be easier because you're not going to be worrying too much about getting straight A's in all your other classes. I had a 3.9 my freshman year, and I finished college with a 3.8 GPA. And this is all because I took my freshman year so seriously. I have friends that were fooling around in their freshman year, and they had like a 3.0, a 3.1 GPA, and they were stressed for the rest of their college experience. I don't know what kind of math they do to calculate GPAs, but you can ask anybody in college. It's much easier for your GPA to come down than it is to go up. So with this information, if nobody's gonna give you any piece of advice in college, my best advice to you is gonna be to lock in for your freshman year. Yeah, have fun, go to parties. Look, I was going to parties, I was having fun, I was visiting people, but I made sure when it came to those classes, I was trying my best to get all straight A's, because you want to work hard now so you don't have to work hard later. You're going to be so stressed as a junior or a senior trying to get your GPA up because you either want to go into master's school or do something else. If you need help locking in, there are so many resources that colleges have that people don't realize. Go on the internet, look at your career center, go to tutoring sessions, go to extra help. All of this is going to set you up for the rest of your college career so that you can be chilling while your classmates and all your other friends is stressed out about their major. I ended up graduating college with a 3.8 GPA, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. But I hope this helps. Bye, babes.
Hi, my name is Monique, and here's some advice for upcoming seniors in high school. I graduated from high school this spring, and I'll be going to the University of Texas at Austin this fall. So here's some tips that I wish I would have known during my senior year, or some tips that I gathered and hopefully will help you. Okay, my first tip is stack your bread, okay? Senior year is so expensive, okay? You may hear people be like, oh, it's expensive. No. It's go get on a pole expensive, okay? It's stripper money expensive, okay? Senior year is so pricey. There are so many different things that come up, and it's just expensive. So go get that summer job. Go start doing braids by Brianna or nails by Nat. I don't know, but get your money. Okay, next, make a college-only email. You are going to get 1,000 emails for colleges that you want to go to, colleges that you don't want to go to, and colleges that you've literally never heard of, okay? All of that stuff is going to get mixed into your normal emails, right? Plus scholarship emails. You're going to get so overwhelmed, and opening your inbox is going to feel like the biggest chore in the world because you have to shift through it. So just go ahead and make it easier on yourself. I know it may seem annoying to have to go in and change your email and everything, but make a college-only email. If you don't listen to anything else I tell you, listen to that. Okay, the next one, go to/do everything. I don't care if you have literally never stepped foot on a bleacher or done a spirit day or joined a club. I don't care what you did these last 3 years of high school. This last year, go to and do everything. Don't be embarrassed. You're not going to see any of these people ever again. And even if you do, who cares? You had fun, okay? High school is what you made it. And even if you didn't make the most of it these last 3 years, you can make the most of it right now. So do every single thing that you can. Okay, this next one I struggled with too, but I know you're tired. Senior year is so stressful, but apply for that scholarship. I don't care if the scholarship is due Thursday at 11 o'clock p.m. and it is Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the morning. Do that scholarship. My mom literally bullied me into doing every single scholarship, and I am so glad that she did because I made about $10,000 in scholarships, and some of those are renewable, and that's going to pay for my school. So do your scholarships. It's free money. I don't care if it says the requirements are that you have to be brown skin, 5'5", Latina, basketball player, okay? If you check one of those, go ahead and apply for that scholarship. I don't care if you have to go to Ancestry.com to prove that you can apply for that scholarship. Apply for that scholarship. Okay, this next tip is kind of based on the type of person you are, but I took my senior photos first thing in the morning, and I took them pretty early in the school year. I took them first thing in the morning because I took mine at school, and that school air is brutal. And I still wanted to look really good, and I wanted my makeup to look fresh, and I just didn't want to look like I'd been in hell for a few hours. So I took mine first thing in the morning. I also took mine towards the beginning/middle of the school year because I don't know about y'all, but when I start school, I always start school like looking the way I want to look. So usually I'll freshly dye my hair, my nails are done, like the brows are done. I'm looking pretty good, pretty presentable. Whereas as a senior, I swear as you get further into the school year, even if you used to come to school in the freshest fits, you're going to start showing up in hoodies and sweatpants because you are just that done with school. So I suggest that you take yours during the middle of the school year, or you take yours on a weekend and, have the whole weekend to get yourself together. Then that's also fair. Okay. I don't know what type of outlet y'all use for your stress, whether it be prayer or meditation or herbs. I don't know. I don't care. I don't judge. But make sure that as you start senior year, you have something that you can do to relieve your stress. Because when I tell y'all, you are going to be so stressed out. Even if you're not going to college, even if you're going to the military or going into the workforce or going to trade school, whatever it is, you are going to be so stressed out, and you're going to want to go off on every single person around you all the time. So find some type of stress reliever. I baked a lot. I baked and cried, and that worked. So go start that essay now. Stop whatever you're doing and go start that essay. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to stress you out, but go look up 2024 Common App essay questions. Every year they're the same question, and start brainstorming your essay. Start thinking about what you want to say in your essay. Go write your essay, okay? That is going to be the most stressful part of senior year if you're applying to college, but it shouldn't be. It should be enjoyable, but it's only going to be if you start writing your essay early, okay? Write your essay. Now, piggybacking off of that, have at least 2 people read your essay. Now, do not have people read your essay until your essay is finished if you were the type of person to be easily influenced by what other people say. Your essay, of course, needs to speak to colleges, but it also needs to speak to you. Make sure that you're writing what you want to write and not what someone else is telling you to write, which is why you also should write your essay early so that you have at least 2 adults or trusted people that you can share your essay with and that can give you good constructive criticism and feedback, right? And then you'll have plenty of time to fix it and fix it again, or find different mentors if you need to. So start writing your essay right now. Okay, this one is hypocritical because I didn't want to at all, but go to school. I know, especially spring semester, it's going to feel like it is dragging and you're going to be like, why am I here every single day? This feels like my own version of hell. I understand. It's okay. You're almost done. You got this. Just go to school. You worked so hard for 3 years to graduate. Don't blow it because you didn't want to show up. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this, but don't spend your life savings on prom. And do not spend your parents' life savings on prom. I know y'all have seen those cost breakdown TikToks of people's proms. And it's like, oh, in the end, I spent $50,000. That is an obscene amount of money. Do not spend that on prom. It's going to be a magical night. It may be a magical few nights if you're going to multiple proms. I hope you have a wonderful time. But there are so many other things and experiences that you're going to want to have your senior year. And it's crazy to spend that money on prom. Get you your dress. Get you your nice little prom send-off. Do whatever you want, babe. But if you're spending over $5,000, which is still insane, but if you're spending over $5,000 on prom, we need to sit down. Me, you, and FAFSA. Okay, I'm going to keep this one nice and short, but break up if necessary. Senior year is so stressful. You do not need a nigga stressing you out too, okay? Don't allow your partner to add on to the stress that you will be experiencing senior year. If they are doing that, they are not the person that you need to be with, okay? I had a partner during my senior year. I had a boyfriend, and we had a great time because we were there for each other. We didn't stress each other out. We helped each other enjoy our senior year, and that is the only thing your partner should be doing. So if you feel the need to, if you feel like they are not adding to this senior year experience, it's time for them to go. Okay, this one's also really simple. Start prom shopping in the fall. I started prom shopping in the fall. It was the best thing that I could ever do because as soon as I went into a dress store in like March, okay, when I tell you everybody and their mama was in there, girls were fighting over dresses, mamas were arguing, like it was too much. Start prom shopping in the fall, especially if you have a date so that you give them some time to also figure out what they're wearing. And I don't know about y'all, but dealing with my boyfriend with prom shopping was a lot, okay? Especially if you have a sassy man. So give them the time for you to veto whatever they want to wear and come up with other solutions. Okay, last one. I just realized that I skipped over number 5, and that may have been my brain saving me from trauma, but don't apply to more than 2 reach schools. I will say from personal experience, I felt really confident applying to colleges and stuff because I graduated top 2% of my class. My rank was number 12 out of like almost 400. I was in a bunch of clubs. I was president of a bunch of clubs, and I just felt really, really good about my entire college resume. So I applied to almost all of the Ivies and a few other reach schools. So I'd say about 8 reach schools total. I got into 2. I'm not telling you not to have goals or not to strive for goals, and I'm not being bitter or petty because I didn't get into all of my reach schools. I'm just saying that applying to college and everything that has to do with college is so stressful your senior year that you don't want to add on feeling bad about yourself or feeling like you're not good enough because you're not getting into these schools that only accept 0.0006% of people, you know? So I would suggest only applying to 2 or 3 reach schools, just so that, you know, you're putting yourself out there and you're reaching for something that may seem out of your reach, but at the same time, you understand that your worth is not in getting into those schools. And that's another tip. Your worth is not in getting into those schools. Okay, those are all of my tips and tricks for your senior year of high school. Good luck and have so much fun.
My senior advice as a graduated senior. Oh, I actually graduated this semester. I graduated a semester early, and I've been wanting to make a video like this, sharing all my advice, tips and tricks, etc. I've made videos like this for different grade levels, and I want you guys to keep commenting what you like, but this is going to be my senior edition. So my first piece of advice is to take pictures of everything and anything. It is so important to have pictures. They are memories. They hold so much. Whether you go to games, plays, or any activities at your school, just take pictures. That's so important. My next piece of advice would be to still take your school very much seriously, like your grades, etc. I know you're done with your SATs or ACTs, and I know you want to have fun this year, not caring about your grades, but schools do ask for your final transcript, even after you get accepted to the school. So it's still really important to maintain your grades and keep them up to par. Next is to enjoy quality time with your friends, because after high school you kind of get separated. I mean, you're going to like 2 different schools sometimes you're all the way in North Dakota and all the way in Texas. Like, you can get really separated from your friends because of colleges that you decide to go to. So it's so super important to engage with your friends, talk to them, like just be in the moment, if that makes any sense. My next piece of advice is start to narrow down on the college that you actually want to go to. I feel like this should be kind of a little bit established by your junior year, like the main schools that you really, really want to go to. Like, maybe you have your safeties in the school you actually want to get into. Have that already pre-planned and prepared. Like, by the time you're like going off to winter break, you should know which school that you really, really do want to lock down to. I'm not saying that you're tied down to know which school you want to go to at all. I'm someone who I need to know. Like, I need to know where my next direction is, or I get so super confused. So if you're like that, if you're that type of person like me, I would have your schools narrowed down to like your top 5, top 6 that have already been applied to, etc. Overall, your senior year is probably going to be your easiest, chillest, funnest year that you're going to have in high school. Just live in the moment, go to plays, go to school activities, get involved, like do something to leave a standing legacy at your school. Like, be part of something, promote something, start something, just do what makes you happy. It's your senior year, you're only going to be a kid once. So enjoy that time, enjoy it, and have a great senior year. So that's my advice.